Whoa. Hello one, hello all. It's the gothiest ghost of them all, Casp in the flesh, and it's time for a review of Floating Points-Cascade. This is the brand new LP of Samuel T. Shepard, aka Floating Points, a UK electronic music producer. Did somebody say electronic? Hey, it's Moontante! But yes, UK electronic music producer Samuel T. Shepard, aka Floating Points, back with a solo LP, who had a fantastic, mesmerizing, enchanting, and beautiful album with the late, great, spiritual jazz legend Pharoah Sanders, who is an excellent saxophonist you should check out, along with the London Symphony Orchestra. And now Floating Points is on his own, doing his own thing. And after listening to this LP, it has proven to me he is an electronic force to be reckoned with, but this time going into a more futuristic dystopian territory with tech house, more progressive ventures such as house, electronic music, along with micro house. And yes, this album does have a pretty short track list, but I feel the duration of the tracks, the compositional elements of the track, definitely makes it feel longer, and definitely comes with more runtime, and certainly has a variety of sonic palettes in electronic music. We're getting different vibes, different drum patterns. So I would say this album has a nice consistency when it comes to the flow. It's energetic at points, but it's also euphoric. I feel like this could be chaotic, but also I get a sense of catharsis listening to it. And I say that due to the energy this album has, along with the ambience. So yes, you're getting the dreaminess, but you are also getting the relentless drum patterns on top of that. I feel with Cascade, we are getting this psychedelia, this otherworldly experience, but it delivers plenty of density, and with this density, we are also getting some friggin' sick grooves that is very beautifully assembled and very sequential as well. Almost every track here is delivered in a very immersive way compositionally, with its various sounds and builds, and it's pretty subtle. It knows how to give you differentiation without overindulgence, but at the same time not making you feel deprived of sound variety either. Case in point, the opener, which starts things off with these gorgeous swells of keys and harmonies, that leads into this very dense synth bass, that leads into these very dense synth bass lines, leading into subtle changes bit by bit, that hits the listener with something differently layered. And with these transitions, it feels like you're getting these homogeneous sets of sounds, when in actuality, each section is actually altered, which causes a fantastic dichotomy within the track, such as faster pacing, altered sounds. It's honestly one mind-bending experience with extra sonic additions. And that's only the first track at over 7 minutes. So I feel there's a lot I could dive into within this track, but let's just say it's a meeting of maximalism and minimalism. And honestly, a track I could dance to and also immerse myself in. Like, this thing feels so entrancing, it feels never ending, and I feel like I'm in a mental dance club, while simultaneously I feel my mind is drifting into galactic atmosphere. And I feel from how bubbly the keys are, how heavy the bass is, how linear these grooves are, I can sense there's an enticing destination coming for me, and I'm just getting these very blissful detours with these electronic, heavenly synths. It's like, yes, they are pounding when it comes to the beat portion, but the coalescing of the heavenly moments make the experience more intoxicating, more gratifying, and also more awe-inspiring. It's like Shepard doesn't want to beat you over the head with the same beat over and over, with the same type of production over and over. So while there are heavy drums, heavy bass, he also wants to share with you emotions. He wants to draw you a picture. And I feel he does that with each melody assembled into the production. The song Birth 4000 brings these almost classical, meditative, Asian harmonies, which I believe to be vocal samples, I'm not necessarily sure, which he cleverly uses to create more ethereal atmosphere, more personality, with great layering. And I love how after that we are hit with these instantaneous sets of drums and bass that are just pounding. And I also love the contrast and the distant instrumental breaks. Like, this track has moments where it focuses on the one piece of production, and then the other piece is just instantly bolstered. I also love the distorted synth arpeggios, along with the other whirling, distorted portions, which sounds like the dirtiest of woodwinds I've probably ever heard in a good way at the end of this track. That very cleverly transitions into Del Oro. That to my ears brings this almost nightmarish quality. That to my ears brings this almost dark nightmarish quality. That, dare I say, brings inclusions of hand percussion samples, along with these eerie synths and bass tones. I feel like this sounds like something from a movie of a top secret agent on a confidential government mission that has to go through this exotic nightclub in the deep future. It's almost like Portishead meets a Afrobeat record, and all the elements are building up, and the angelic vocal samples and dark cascading synths give it a mystique that I really dig. The song Fast Forward, which may be the most mind-bending track here, which is a heavenly layered monster, which is immensely bustling, immensely syncopated, but there's something wondrous about it, even though it is so dense and chaotic. But it also has an ascending quality to it. And the unhinged arrangements really show that Shepherd has really mastered the art of organized chaos, while also providing beauty as well. Ocotillo, I would say, definitely brings a more meditative, serene moment. A lot of spacey and cycling ambience that eventually sends me into these flurries of dissipating keys. That is then joined by this rapid set of instrumentation. That is then joined by these rapid changes of instrumentation. That evolves into more heavier sonic territory. That almost has a dubby element to it. So I can tell Shepherd really does have a knack and an appreciation for foreign music, for world music, with the Afrobeat inclusion, with the dub reggae inclusion. We're then brought back to another change of pace, with these cascades of melancholic synths. The whole thing feels futuristic, forlorn, aquatic, and there's definitely more focus on the keys in the beginning. With these pulsating rhythms, squished modulation, the whole thing feels very emotional, very surreal, but still keeps the momentum, still keeps the excitement, only to give you a very bizarre, noisy, chaotic ending, with some great drum fills and synth embellishments. And the final track, I do respect the finality aspect of it, how the droning fade out is supposed to symbolize the end of the LP, that is. And definitely let you know this experience is coming to a close. It's very ambient, it's very light, definitely panning out, but I do wish the ending was more gratifying. Like, before it ends, give me something more, give me something full, give me more, I guess, transitions till it's over. But yeah, as far as an album experience goes, I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was very intricate, cinematic, enchanting, but also groovy, very layered, very textured. And definitely another album in the electronic lane that I could put as one of the greats. I feel the sequencing along with the transitions was really exciting. I love the different elements that were put in here. I love the inclusion of world music. He is still keeping up with that. Very exciting, very euphoric, and definitely bringing more flavor to tech house and showing different displays of intricacy as well. I'm feeling a 4.5 out of 5 on this album. If you've given this a listen, what did you think of it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Why? And that's it. I am Caspa. I am your plug. Show me love. Hit me with a sub. Hit me with a comment, even if it's some nonsense. Caspa, floating points, till we meet again.